Hello, hello. Good morning. Anybody is home? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to the channel. How everybody's feeling today? Good. Can you hear me? Can you see me? All right, people. It was very sad stream, but if you want to call us, you can do it. We are not so discouraged. So Manchester United actually doing some dirty work here against Leeds United, you know. So, yeah, it is what it is. They are leading 3-0 already. Marcus Rashford is on fire. Everything he touches turns to gold. Rashford for United. And you have some other result on your screen. That's it, really. That's it, really, right now. All right. So, Mr. Albert, say hello. Hello. Mr. Raf said that Zidane or Tuchel. Those are your choices to replace Mr. Porter at Chelsea Football Club, just in case the owners decide to get rid of Porter. Drew Bell said that we are here, my blue brother. Okay, we are here in the depression right now on weekly basis. Okay. Depression FC, Depression FC. 75 minutes and United are completely destroyed. This team here called not even Leeds United, Leicester City. I think I made a mistake. It's not even Leeds. On the title is supposed to be like Leicester. I think it was just autocorrect. You know the auto thing that when you type and then gives you options. If you don't pay attention, you might accept something that you didn't want. So I think it's against Leicester City. Not Leeds, my friend. Leicester. Leicester. What? Raphael, your devices are not connected. It's telling me here, so I can't take you. I'm clicking, but it won't allow me to get you because your connections are not correct according to the screen that I have here. All right, so yeah, Ralph, you have to disconnect yourself and try again because it's not working. Fatulu said that I would prefer Tuchel back. The question is, can Bowley bring him back? Yeah, that is a good question. I don't think he's coming back because PSG also are trying to get him back. They have another Pora over there at PSG. If you know what I'm trying to say. Christophe Galtier is not a popular figure at PSG at the moment, so I heard that they might go back for Tuchel. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Whoa. I don't really believe that this is going to happen. Tuchel also had his own issues here. People continue to go back to him because of short period of time that he won a big title with Chelsea. So I completely understand why people want to go to him, but it's not like we were struggling for more than 18 months under Thomas Tuchel. Remember, he's better than Porter for sure, but in some other aspect of like positions and systems and youth and all that, everything that Boli are trying to create now, I don't think it's going to work out with Tuchel. So you have a mix. You need a mix of people who can also comply to the philosophy of what Chelsea are trying to do, and somebody who can also win. People who can combine both. But I don't think Thomas Tuchel is gonna combine both because he's a winner. He wanna win now, so he's not gonna waste his time on developing or doing anything else. Aziz, whenever you're ready, you can talk, bro.
Calling on from yesterday's misery, how we played.
How many bottles do you consume in the last?
No, to be honest, I didn't drink yesterday. Actually, I went out with my old lady yesterday, so I just, we're expecting a baby very soon. So I just.
Okay. Yeah, be responsible.
Yeah, so drinking other stuff, I had to leave it, man. I'm expecting my first child. Yeah, but to be honest, we Chelsea fans, the only way you can make this man go is they should start this porterhouse by flying banners in the stadium, be hostile to the coach. If Todd Bowley sees that, is because he won't want the fans to turn on him. You understand? Because he has his pride.
Okay.
You want to start Potter, but I think they want the season to end. That's what I'm hearing. Some people are saying they want the season to end so that they can sack Potter. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, let's wait and see what's gonna happen. So it's the love day. Do you think that we should keep this guy until the end of the season, or we need to go now so we can go and win the Champions League?
Good afternoon, guys.
Yes, sir. Go on.
I don't think Tobole will sack Potter. I'm not a fan of Potter. I don't like the way. I don't like that is. It's very poor. You don't ginger the player. In fact, we are the worst. Chelsea. We are the worst team in Premier League right now.
When you got beaten by number 20, that means you are below 20. We are like minus 20.
Yesterday, right I was so very, very sad. Thank God that where I am, somebody did not offend me. I could do the not on that page because I was very, very angry yesterday. Tomboli himself is very stubborn. Tomboli is very stubborn. He don't behave like American man. He don't calculate. Spending money anyhow, spending money, a lot of money on player. When the coach you employ is not giving you what you want. By June now we'll start buying other players. It's not by players. The coach is not giving the players confidence to win game. Look at yesterday. You see the time Sterling came on the pitch. He tried very well. But at the first time, Benji, he gambled the game at the first time. Potter gambled the game at the first time. When you know that you are in pressure, you have to play your best player.
Yeah, but nobody really knew.
The thing is,
like yesterday, nobody knew that.
You said what?
What I said is yesterday, nobody knew that Raheem Sterling was going to be good because he's coming from a long-term injury. Before even the World Cup, he was struggling with injuries. So you never know when you put somebody on the pitch. You never know if that person is gonna perform good or bad. You know, we even saw yesterday Badiashile for the first time struggle at Chelsea Football Club because Thiago Silva wasn't there to ensure. To give him some insurance from the back and all that. Those are just a learning process, but I think Graham Potter got it wrong most of the time. The changes that he made, even that True Fofana didn't really play as a number 9. If you look at him, he was playing more as a winger. He was drifting from the left-hand side, and then he got subbed at halftime for playing out of position first of all. So I don't get it. Mason Mount was playing number 9 when Raheem Sterling came on. So you ask yourself, what are we trying to do here? So it's a lot of stuff really to say about Potter. Let me read some comments here on YouTube so everybody can feel involved. Albert said that he can never win the Champions League. He's talking about the manager. Santiago, my brother, said that Albert it's not gonna happen. Okay, Champions League is not happening for Chelsea. Rashi is enjoying life now. He's a Manchester United fan, so they are beating other teams for fun. Right now they are destroying Leicester City 3-0. So Rashford is on fire, unstoppable at the moment. So it is what it is. And Rashford's transformation really is spectacular. I don't know if that is because of the coach is good and gives him more confidence and the right system to operate, or he just realized himself that he need to take his game to the next level. So it could be a combination of both. The manager, the system, and also himself just realized, listen, man, I have to put more work on this one because otherwise I will damage my career just like Dele Alli. Huh? Okay, Albert. Chelsea have an attractive squad in Europe and most coach will love to work with. This team is so suited to Flick. Hansi Flick. I don't know what that is gonna be, but I don't think he's gonna just abandon his country, Germany, to coach Chelsea, or probably he's gonna manage both the national team and Chelsea Football Club. I don't know how that is gonna be, but yeah, Hansi Flick. He was for a short period of time and won pretty much everything. He benefited from the bounce, the manager bounce. He went to win the Champions League in about 4 months, just like Tuchel did at Chelsea, right? But he did even more because he won the league, he won the cup, the German Cup, and then he won the Champions League. And the next season, he went to win the Super Cup, he went to win the World Cup, and he won the league again. So in a very short period of time, like 18 months, he won so many trophies. Now, in a long range, when it comes to building a team, we don't know what anybody is going to do. But something that gives me some positivity about him is he's very, very good with youngsters. He promotes a lot of youngsters. Jamal Musiala, he came straight from Chelsea Academy to the first team of Bayern Munich. There are so many youngsters that he promoted. So in that sense, and since I love youngsters, I love to see how kids grow. I would love anybody that will trust some of our youngsters, give them opportunity to succeed in the first team. So Hansi Flick is a very good call, but we don't know. It looks like the Boilies are not going to sack Mr. Porter anytime soon. Rashi. Okay, the special one, bro. Why didn't put me in the poll? Oh, Jose Mourinho. Yeah, I forgot you. I'm gonna start another poll and put you, if you would like to see. Well, others. There is an option that said others. So others could be AVB. Okay, it could be Big Sam. It could be Jose Mourinho. You know, it could be Rooney. You know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So that part is.
I don't know.
What do you
Sorry
want
to cut you off.
Go on.
Sorry to cut you off. You know what I've noticed about the media? The media, if this was a foreign coach, I don't know, we might clash in this place, but if this was a foreign coach, do you know how Gary Neville, all the BBC pundits will be saying, you need to get him sacked? You see what they did to Solskjaer when he was having a bad run? The media, the whole of Manchester, wanted his head out. When Mourinho was having a bad run at Manchester, they wanted him out. You see where I'm coming from? But look at the British media are not complaining that Potter has been bad. 1 win or 2 wins in 18 games. They are not calling for his head. He took Gabriel Agbolahan yesterday on the interview to say Potter has to be sacked. Gary Neville is not saying nothing. John Terry, all these people, they are not saying anything because he's British.
Let me ask you a question before I answer. Do you think you my friend, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that if you are struggling at work, I will come publicly and say that you have to be sacked? Like, let's be honest. You think that
football is different from other businesses. Football is different from other businesses.
But also, I saw even Rio when Solskjaer was, like nothing is working anymore. He came out to say, like, finally, really, he doesn't see if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is gonna take Manchester United to another level, so therefore he needed to be sacked. But the first when he came, he's the guy who said, give him a contract, let him sign, let him choose his own money, how much he should be paid and all that. But he came at the end. I think people just realized that it's too soon to start jumping on the gun. Even me, I'm still there. I'm still 50-50. I'm not going to come publicly here and say, sack him. That is not my way, I will let other people say that, but I'm going to tell the truth. The guy is awful. We are losing games. Look at this, look at that. But to come out and say out, no. So sometimes you critic somebody without jumping to the out thing. That's the way I see it. Like me, we sack him today. I don't care. We leave him. I don't make decisions. That's the way it is. But if you look at my videos, I've been very, very, very tough on the guy since the beginning. Really, I supported him at the beginning because it's the project. I don't make decisions, and I thought that he was going to develop youth, and he was going to change the system, and he was going to play players from their natural positions. That's what I want to see at Chelsea, and not twisting and changing all the time. And Mason Mount number 9, and Datro Fofana as a winger and all that. I don't like that. But now he's doing even worse than what I was expecting. But just because I don't say out that I am a friend, I am a big friend and I want him to stay. You see what I mean? Not those pundits, they have some kind of a relationship with people. They might say something in another way. When they criticize tactics, when they criticize subs, they criticize Aubameyang being out, they don't have to say clearly out for you to understand that they doubt about this guy. And sometimes in certain jobs, you have to be just diplomatic, you know? It's just like your wife is getting a little bit of, overweight and, you don't want to say that. You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to be diplomatic in certain things. So I think those people are in a position where they have to be kind of in the middle and let you judge or decide, kind of, but not them. I don't know if that even makes sense, but I'm just rambling here and talking. But I think they've been a little bit diplomatic, but and also depend on the media that you are watching. Probably you watch BT and Sky Sport a lot, but I've seen many people say that, they might, not like clearly you have to sack him, but they've been saying, yeah, probably it's the end of the road for him. So there are so many ways of saying Porter out without saying it. That is what the point I tried to make here. Okay, people, don't I can't even talk, man. I'm depressed. I'm depressed. I'm down, as you can tell, even my voice.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? Yeah, did you watch his flimsy interview yesterday? You say you're not going to watch his interview. I went to go watch the interview.
Yeah, I watched it because I have to make videos and I have to do analysis, so I have to be accurate. And I put every interview is on my channels, on the Green Turf or here somewhere. So, yeah, I saw the interview when, go. I don't want to cut you.
He was like, Southampton came with a plan. What could we do? Are you for real?
Probably depend on the interpretation. The match. Let me just conclude this. The match just ended between Manchester United and Leicester City. United completely destroyed them. Let me drink some water, man. What's going on with me? United just completely destroyed Leicester City 3-0. Marcus Rashford is on fire. Every single game now, the boy need to score. So he's a danger man at the moment. But I still remember last year, no Manchester United fan wanted to see Rashford again. They wanted him out as soon as possible, and people say that he's not Manchester United level. And this is the hope that I have told people like Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Gallagher. Those people, if you get a very good manager, a very good coach that play them from their natural position and will adapt to the system that adapt all of them, I still believe that they can become like Marcus Rashford one day. Herbert, tell us, you are flying right now, man. What's going on here?
Yeah, man, it's all good down here. Winning just another win, celebrating another 3 points. Another game we've done. I mean, United, this has just been brilliant. I mean, all credit to Ten Hag. I think what he has done in this 7 months, I've never seen a manager do this, man. This is fantastic. Amazing. I mean, obviously Rashford is in his form of his life. That is like 30 plus GA this season in all forms. And we are flying, even today. Like, first half, we were very bad. Like, first 5 minutes we were good, and the next 30 minutes, Leicester dominated us. Then the Rashford goal came, and then half time, and we became good. So, and not to forget, we are still in 4 competitions, and we don't have a squad depth like Chelsea, Man City, and even you can say like Arsenal to an extent. We have 4 competitions. We are playing. Next game is against Barcelona, and then we play the cup final, and then there is Liverpool after that. So, I mean, I don't know how Ten Hag is doing, man. I don't know how Rashford. I mean, okay, fine. Rashford, I can agree. Bruno, I have to give him credit because this guy is never injured. I've never seen him injured one time. He has been playing. He's played all our games. I don't think because Donny is not there, he's playing games after games. I don't know how he does it. And today Bruno was good. So, quite contrary to what you guys are doing at your end. I mean, I watched yesterday's second half I watched. And Southampton could have had 2 or 3 goals apart from that free kick. And it's looking peak for Potter, man. I don't think this guy, he's the guy. It's all going good at Brighton and all this contract for 10 years. And I told you before also, I don't think at Chelsea and Chelsea fans, they'll agree to all this. You have spent 600 million, you want to see improvement. And this is not it, man. I don't think he's the guy.
Yeah, that guy, he's losing the last. I've seen even people like were supporting him a lot or was defend. Even me,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna shy anything or deny. I supported the guy since the beginning. I didn't know him before he signed for us, but when he joined us, I'm like, yeah, why not give him a chance? I've been defending him every single day. But now it looks like I don't have anything else to defend him. When you lose against the 20th on the table, they don't even have a manager. With the quality we have at home, you have nothing really to defend him. I have nothing in hand
Look,
to defend
we
him.
were defending him after the Dortmund defeat. We both were saying why he can't do anything. Enzo Fernandez is getting skinned like that. But yesterday he made so many tactical errors. He took out that Fofana guy, your centre forward. Thiago Silva didn't start. So, I mean, these are
Rhys
things,
James get rested. He rested players. Apparently, they are too
What
tired.
are you resting for? I mean, what exactly are you resting for?
Resting for what?
Yeah.
Like Rhys James is from an injury. He's building his confidence. You have to keep him at least on the bench. Thiago Silva also, in my preview, I said, well, I would like to give him a rest, but now we don't need rest. We just need to win at least one game. One game only to help us kind of build some kind of hope for the future. And all of them, Aubameyang, don't tell me that all of a sudden he's flop. No, you have to trust him, give him some playing time. Even Hakim Ziyech, people are gonna criticize him. So I don't understand what he was trying to do yesterday. Mason Mount is number 9 in the middle. Mason Mount. That's why I don't blame Mason Mount often, because I know that he's been set to failure by many managers, from Lampard to Porra. He's been set to failure. The boy never ever played in his natural position. Always somewhere else to help. What do you expect from him? So,
what do you make of his comments after the game? He was saying basically he was not taking any blame. He was attacking the people who was criticizing him. He was saying, the people who are telling me stuff like this and all that, it's right, it's their opinion, but I know I'm doing a good job. You're saying something like that.
Yeah, he basically, you have to read between the lines to understand sometimes what he tried to do or what he's tried to say. Basically, he said, if I am the problem, if I am the problem, that means I am not the problem. But if you think that I am the problem, then it's okay, because everybody is entitled to their opinions. So you know what I mean? So for a kid, he's gonna listen to that and then don't read between the line and don't understand what he meant when he said, if you think I am the problem. That is telling you that I am not the problem, but if you think that I am the problem. So he's gonna give like a long list of okay, I have to adapt Badiashile in the Premier League. I have to adapt Modric. I have to adapt this. I have to manage people from injury. Like he's gonna be to a run of a long list of excuses that I need to do this and that and that and that before I start winning games. I'm like, no, you don't have to wait to play beautiful football or everybody to be fit in order to win a game of football. That is not what Chelsea is all about. In a big club, you build, but also you win. So wins are gonna give you more confidence and gonna give players and even fans the confidence to wait and be patient. But we don't see anything. But apparently, you have to be perfect. Everything needs to be perfect before you start winning games. That is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, I also didn't. I mean, you guys, anyways, are not playing with the centre forward. And then you move Mount to number 9. You take out your only centre forward. I didn't see how Dietrich Fofana played. Obviously, I didn't watch the first half. But what I've been hearing,
he played good. He was the only guy.
Yeah.
He was the only guy who was at least trying to do something. Like he was everywhere, running, trying to create something, even though he didn't play as a number 9. Actually, he played more as a winger. But he tried, and at halftime he took him off. So I didn't really get what he was trying to do. But
one thing I've noticed, with Potter is not tactically a good coach. His tactics are mid-level tactics. He can't. Okay, you saw you were losing 1-0 yesterday. A good coach would have removed. Okay, let's say he removed Mason Mount. You'd have brought in another player to support Fofana. You could have bring Sterling in to support Fofana. So you have 2 out-and-out strikers. Do you see where I'm coming from? Sterling is going to play behind him, and Fofana is going to be the striker. This guy is going to play on the left or right, and Madueke will play on the left. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Did you see a tactical tweak I just did here? I'm not a coach, but I could see the issue.
Yeah, he can't change the game. When we are losing, we are losing. He panic every time. Like we concede a goal. We rarely go back and score another goal. We panic, and he starts changing and twisting and making the wrong decisions only. Like his subs rarely change anything. Like it's gonna make the team worse. If you look at this Ten Hag guy, Ten Hag actually, even if they start the game poorly, he's gonna make some changes that will completely change the game. Transform the game. Hello. Sorry guys, I think I just lost my connection. I was frozen. So bear with me. I don't know. I'm dropping some frames here. Apologies about that. There is nothing I can do about it, to be honest. It's not my fault. It's some connection issues, but I think we are back now. And we lost so many people already because they left for a few seconds that I was off. So, oh man. Technology, my people, technology is killing me. Hello, technology. Yeah, I think we are fine. So if you wanna call us again, you can do it. I had some connection issues here. All of a sudden, I lost the frames and everything went down. Okay, Prince said that the funny thing is that we sold Jorginho and kept Connor. Can you imagine that, bro? Well, I'm not gonna regret for letting Jorginho go though. I don't really rate Jorginho that high, but I respect your opinion. Jorginho is not my kind of midfielder. I want fighting. I want people who can fight in the midfield. So just because Jorginho scored or almost scored a goal, he didn't score yesterday. He hit the bar, but the rebound goes to the goalkeeper and it was a goal. So congratulations for shooting the ball, because that is the first shot in 5 years at Chelsea Football Club. How many times you saw Jorginho shooting the ball? So all of a sudden he went to Arsenal, start shooting, and people are flip-flopping. Oh, look at Jorginho. Just because he scored a goal doesn't make him a good player, in my opinion. He's good at Arsenal. He's going to win the title with them. He's going to win the Champions League. Congratulations to him. I have to move, bro. But I respect your opinion if you rate Jorginho, though. For me, I like him as a character, as a guy. All my house here, all my girls, they love Jorginho. I have number 5 shirt everywhere here, Jorginho. But on the football that I love to see, my midfielders, that is not the Jorginho kind of player. So I respect him for what he did at Chelsea. But I'm not going to kill myself just because he scored a goal or almost scored a goal yesterday, and I'm going to cry, oh, look at Jorginho. 3 goals, 3 games that he played for Arsenal, he was awful. Arsenal's lost almost 2 points here, 2 points there, and 3 points there. And yesterday, all of a sudden, just because of that crossbar challenge, all of a sudden he become that world class and world beater. No, I don't think Jorginho is better than Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher still 22-23. If he got a good coach and he plays from his natural position, I think the narrative is gonna change. People are gonna start flip-flopping because Conor Gallagher is not a bad player. He completely destroyed Arsenal last season. Remember when Arsenal Fans TV came to accuse Chelsea and accuse all the loan system because of Conor Gallagher? Remember that. So Conor Gallagher, you can make whatever theory you want, but he's not a bad player. The problem we have, I don't know what's going on here. Guys, bear with me here because I'm having some serious connection issues here. I don't know what's going on. I have one of the fastest internet in the world, and there are not people in the house. Everybody is at church, right? Nobody is using the internet right now, so I'm using myself, only one device, but I don't know why I'm dropping frames. I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on. So bear with me. If you see me disconnect for a few seconds, I will come back because it doesn't depend on me. Really, it doesn't depend on me. So I ask you guys to tell me in the poll, who would you take as a manager? Flick, Zidane 36% so far, Flick 24%, Enrique 12%, and Tuchel 28%. So keep voting and let's see what's gonna happen at the end. Mr. Sheriff said that Jorginho is not what we need going forward, but he's still here. He will have compliment Enzo for short time fix. No, bro. I respect your opinion, but compliment. What do you mean by compliment somebody? Enzo right now needs somebody who can defend and fight. Enzo need a DM. Jorginho is not a DM. DM just mean defensive midfielder. Defensive midfielder. Jorginho can't defend. He doesn't have the pace. He can't track back. He can't put any tackle. How can you tell me that he's the DM that we need to complement? No, we need somebody with pace. Do you think Jorginho can follow Adeyemi and make a tackle? No. You know what I mean? So Jorginho is the wrong person going forward at the moment. People just flip-flopping all the time. But I don't miss Jorginho. I respect him. I think it's the right thing to do. But I think everybody is going to go back and say, oh, we made a mistake of Jorginho just because we are losing games. Ogs out, Porter in. All right. You heard here first. People need to suck me. I'm the problem. I'm the coach. I'm Todd Ball.
No. You are not the problem. You are not the problem, my friend.
Yeah, Ogs out. Whenever you're ready, everybody, Bobby and Prince. Ogs out. I'm going to put a poll. Chelsea Perspective said that I'm the problem. Ogs out, Porter in. Let's go.
That's the internet, my friend. That's the internet.
No, he's trolling. Don't worry about it. Chelsea Perspective, you know the channel. That is my brother right there. Oh. All right, Bobby, whenever you're ready. Anybody that is ready, you can jump and talk.
Yeah, big up, Ogs.
Big up, man. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, good. Oh, you mean? Oh, well, look. First of all, I don't.
Well, I'm asking about your personal health. Last time you were struggling a little bit, so I want to know first of all. That is the most important. Your physique first.
I'm good, Ogs.
All right.
I am. Thank you for asking.
Good.
First of all, before I go on to the main topic, really, I don't listen to a lot of this fan base. It's just one or two of them that don't really understand anything. Listen, Jorginho, this is typical Jorginho. He plays a plethora of rubbish games and then occasionally has one good moment, and then suddenly everybody thinks he's a baller. You know, even the goal he scored, I mean, what a comedy. He hits the underside of the bar. He hits the goalkeeper before it goes in. So
yeah, it was given as an own goal, but he did some effort. If he didn't shoot, it was going not to be that. Yeah, but I got what you're saying. Yeah.
Once a century, he takes a shot like that. So, you know, I'm not, you know, thanks for your service to the club. At least he was a servant of some very successful things. You know, our first World Club Cup, our second Champions League, our second Super Cup. I mean, that's a real achievement. So we thank him for that, but it's time to move on. Now down to the main thing. Orgs, listen, the fans and pushed by the media are so thirsty for this idea of longevity of a manager that we're overlooking the blatantly obvious. It is blatantly obvious that the owners made a mistake, and I understand why. You know, it was an honest mistake to make, and I appreciate all their efforts. But they have made a mistake by bringing in Potter and his Brighton backroom staff. They're not really up to the level. They're not up to it. And it's time, you know, there's one thing making a mistake, that's fine. But the real mistake is not doing anything about it.
Yes.
Time to hold your hands up, say, okay, this is an expensive mistake we've made. We're new in this game. We've had to move really quickly. We haven't even been here for a year. Let's make a change. I've been trying to put out a video that I've seen. I really had, very comprehensive, well-made video on YouTube about Hansi Flick. That video has really nothing is 100%, but it's really turned my head. You know, I'm looking at this guy. It seems to make a lot of sense. He has the pedigree. He may not have the knowledge of the Premier League, but you don't really need to. If you look at what Ten Hag is doing. Thanks, thanks, coach. Coach is saying preach, Bobby, preach.
Yeah, preach, Bobby, preach. Let's go.
If you look at what Ten Hag is doing, you can see all you need to have is your tactical nous, just like Tuchel did when he came, and your ability to organize a team efficiently. I think German managers have really proved themselves more times than not in the Premier League. And this guy is, top draw. He may not be having as good a time in the national team simply because, some people are more club managers than national team managers and vice versa. It's like Deschamps. I don't think Deschamps will ever be a good club manager. But as a national team manager, I think he's excellent, as he's proved with France. So it's time for these guys to make a change. Now, they may be holding on till the end of the season, possibly. They may be holding on until at whatever time it is that Potter drops out of the Champions League, because it's quite obvious that the only thing that can save him is actually winning the Champions League. But if he doesn't, he won't last. He shouldn't last beyond June. Some people have said, look, why not just get rid of him now? Put someone like John Terry as interim manager.
No.
I'm not so sure. Why I'm not so sure is because there's so many young players. And if you look at the video that I'm always referring to by the interview with John Obi Mikel, when he described the team that existed in that era, the kind of men in the dressing room and leaders, strong leaders. You could see why it was easy to keep changing managers, because the characters there, the strong, powerful men there, could carry any team for at least a period of time without a manager.
Yeah.
But these guys are not the same. They're boys. There are very few real strong characters there, and it's going to take them time. So yeah, for me, the ownership.
Give me a second. Am I? What? Yeah. Are you there, Bobby?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
So
I dropped my mic, so yeah, good. You're good.
Okay, the ownership should just hold their hands up, make a move. For me, it has to be someone like Flick. For me, it would be Flick himself if they can prize him out of the German job. But they've got to go for somebody with pedigree, somebody with know-how, and somebody who can manage this project. Because at the moment, honestly, Potter looks totally clueless. And it might even be a relief for him, despite the money he makes. But it might be a relief for him if he's relieved from this duty.
Yeah, Prince, what is your opinion on what just Bobby said? Do you want to see John Terry, or you want to just get rid of this guy and get probably Enrique, who is ready, or get Thomas Tuchel? What is your choice?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for inviting me to your channel. I've been subscribed for over a year, so for me this is the first time.
Thank you.
So thank
Appreciate
you.
It.
Yeah, actually, I can understand the opinion of Bobby, and I agree with him in a certain level. For me, if I look at the bigger picture of the squad, the ownership, the club itself, my conclusion is that I have my doubts if Todd Bowley actually understood what Chelsea Football Club is, because his model is not necessarily wrong, but to have the idea that we have to start all over again as Chelsea Football Club, that is simply wrong. Why? Because Chelsea is not as small as a club as Brighton, for example. So if he wanted to use this project, destroying the club, build it all over again to become a super club, that's okay. If you are Brighton, Chelsea is already a very, very, very big club. If you are Brighton, we can't afford to just scrap out a season and start over next year. We simply can't afford that. We are way too big of a club for that. So looking at that situation, I'm like, okay, let's look at the problem right now. They decided to hire Graham Potter. Why? I don't know why. To be honest, like I just said, Brighton is not Chelsea. I don't know what Graham Potter have achieved. Respectfully, I'm not here to put dirt on his name.
Go for it, bro. Go for it. Now people need to talk.
No, I'm not like that. No, I'm not like that. I'm a respectful person. I don't like talking dirty about person, but simply looking at his achievements as a football coach. What has he done to deserve the position to being head coach of Chelsea Football Club? I can't see it. I simply can't see it. So if I look at these results for the past weeks, it's understandable. Why? Because Graham Potter was never on that level. He was never on that level. Okay, so let's try now to fix the problem, to not make it even worse than it is. For that, I look at, for example, Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag in Holland. I live also in Holland.
Yeah, I can hear the accent, bro.
Oh,
I could even
okay.
tell that you're just putting your English, some kind of Dutch inside. Yeah,
I'm French. I'm Congolese, man. I'm Congolese.
Okay, Congolese from Kinshasa or Brazzaville?
Kinshasa. Nazolo Balingala.
Oh wow, that's you're speaking in tongues, brother.
Yes.
All right.
But okay, what I wanted to say was look at, for example, Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag went from Utrecht to Ajax. And it worked at Ajax, and Ajax became even stronger in the Dutch division. Even though he came from Utrecht, and Utrecht is way smaller than Ajax, etc. So why doesn't it work for Graham Potter for coming from Brighton to Chelsea? Simply because Chelsea is a different beast.
Yeah,
we need to manage the situation right now. Okay, look at the squad. We don't have the luxury to buy another striker. I can understand it. Aubameyang has not been great. I can understand it. But why do you choose not to sign up Aubameyang for the Champions League? My brother, why?
Yeah,
he's your only striker. Why? Okay, the midfield area. We signed Enzo Fernandez. What are the attributes of Enzo Fernandez? He's a great passer. He has great vision, and he can tackle. What does he need beside him? Someone who is dynamic, strong, and can tackle and can pass. Okay. I'm not blaming Conor Gallagher or trying to put dirt on his name. No. But look at the attributes of Conor Gallagher. Is he a passer? No. Is he a dribbler?
But
He's decent.
Yesterday it was. I'm gonna come back to you. Sorry for cutting you.
Yeah.
I wanna say hi to Gareth Williams. Are you there?
Yes.
Williams.
Yep. Hey guys. Hey, how's it going?
Good. What do you got to say, my brother?
No, I completely agree with everything that's being said so far. I don't think Potter is the right man for the job. I agree that Tuchel, we got rid of him way too quickly, and that I think it was personally just a falling out he had with Bowley. It seems like he's done that at the places he's been before. He did that at Dortmund, did it at PSG, and it happened at Chelsea. He also was going through his divorce, so could be just on edge emotionally at that time, but definitely a wrong decision to let him go. And what everyone's saying, Potter is just, what has he done? He's came from Sweden, went to the Premier League, finished 10th last year. I don't think Chelsea hired coaches that finished 10th. It just doesn't seem that he hasn't proven it. We had Sarri who played, we hear all this about Potter. Oh, he plays this beautiful game. He plays this beautiful passing game. Sarri did the same thing, but at least Sarri finished second with Napoli the year before. He'd proven it before, but it just doesn't seem he has the mentality to be a Chelsea coach. So I'm just definitely agreeing with you guys.
Do you think that he can go and do the Chelsea thing, which is win a big trophy when we are in total chaos?
No, the Chelsea way is just when everyone's against us, when even it seems like none of us believe, we just pull it out. And it just doesn't seem like Tuchel was that guy. He had it in him. He had that belief. He had that mentality. Just look at the way he handled it when we were sanctioned by everyone. He said, we'll walk to the next game. We'll take a bus. It doesn't matter. That's the Chelsea way. Potter, to me, just he doesn't have that dog in him. He doesn't seem to have the fight.
That's true. So people, all our prayers and thoughts to Christian Atu's family. I think the body is gonna arrive in Ghana today, according to report that I just read this morning. It's so sad, a young man, one of us, just left us in an unfortunate event that happened in Turkey. So rest in peace, brother. And yesterday, Chelsea football couldn't even get a freaking win for Atu. It was just, when you have an event like this, you just like, I'm going to do it for this brother. They let us down. They let everybody down yesterday. I was so frustrated, man. So, Mr. Williams, do you think that we should give him another game in the Champions League, or he need to go now? If you were like Mr. Bowley in the office, and what are you gonna tell him?
I would say I haven't seen it. There's no style of play. There's no formation. There's no mentality. It just doesn't seem. I would say no. There's nothing been shown. I would bring someone in as soon as possible. Someone like Enrique, I would prefer Tuchel, but that's never going to happen. So just someone who's won something, someone who's proven it before. That's what we need.
Okay, so the Undertaker here on YouTube. I'm reading a comment here from the Undertaker. He said, John Terry told Bowley to get Potter as a Chelsea manager. I'm not really sure about that, but that is your opinion. I don't know where you're getting your sources. Mr. God of Frogs said that I saw something on Twitter where someone posted a picture of Atu under the. Oh no, don't do that. Who did that? If you put those kind of pictures, it's not good. You have to report a guy who is trying just to do those kind of stuff. You don't do that. You don't do that. You deserve respect. Bobby Smokey, what do you think about Mason Mount number 9 yesterday? Should we really blame Mason Mount for having a poor game yesterday? The guy been played out of position for like 3 years. Lampard, Tuchel, now Porter. So, I don't know. Do you see Mason Mount staying at Chelsea, or he's gonna leave with everything that is happening?
I hear the point you're making about him, being played out of position. But the truth of the matter is that he's not better in that position than João Felix. So you can't play him there ahead of João Felix. And although he's had many times playing out of position, he's also had many times playing in position. And the underlying factor there is that he's been more out of form than in form. I have concerns about him leaving, I really do, because he needs to sign his contract. If he doesn't sign the contract, then the club may have no choice. Mason, it's a difficult one. Okay, do we play him in position throughout? Well, there was a chance to do that. If we had to shift him to the false 9 or to the right wing, it was twofold. One, he had no business being the false 9 when Detro Fofana was actually on the field and was taken off for the second half unceremoniously. I thought that was very much the wrong move. And two, at the very least, you still have Kai Havertz. Now, did Mason actually have to play? No, he didn't have to play. If there was no position for him to be effective in the game, he didn't have to play. Or you could have brought him on as a later substitute for João Felix to see if he would have been able to make any difference. We're pandering. We're pandering so much, or rather the manager is pandering. He's looking to placate players. Oh, he must be on the pitch. Maybe Mason has frowned his face because he missed the last game as a starter and came off the bench. And this manager is scared. Well, what are you there for? If he can't toe the line, then he doesn't belong in the club anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got your point.
He has to toe the line. He has to prove himself to be worthy of that start. He's not just there because he's Mason Mount. He's got to prove himself. If Reece James wasn't the player he is, he wouldn't be an automatic start at the right wing-back position. It's just that at the moment, there's nobody better. And I think it was important for him to have a rest with his injury record, as it was important for Thiago Silva to have a rest. Now, if Koulibaly and Badiashile did not play well together, that's down to the manager. Why didn't he rehearse their positional play? They had how many days to get that at least working? There are other aspects to the game that annoyed me, like the injury to Kepa. I just find the refereeing that we have still highly, highly unacceptable. But we could have performed better, for us to be able to have that refereeing argument. At the moment, we've got so many fishes to fry that the big one has to come from the performance of the manager before we go on to the performance of the officiating. Which was dreadful, absolutely dreadful.
I agree with you. Mr. Prince, what do you think, Mason Mount? Out or in?
Difficult one. First of all, I agree with Bobby. He has played a lot of matches in his position, but also a lot of matches out of position.
You think he's confused a little bit? Like changing positions is making him confused?
Look, if I look at the person, me myself, I was an youth level professional footballer here in FC Groningen. And back in the days, I used to say that yes, I am a left winger. Why? Because I wanted to play there. Eventually, when I joined the youth academy, I got a coach, and the coach was like, "Yeah, I can understand why you want to play there, because you want to score goals, you want to get all the attention. I can understand it, but you have the qualities to play as a defensive midfielder." So I adapted my game, and eventually it became my position. So if I look at Mason Mount, he said himself that he wants to play as a number 8. He is a number 8, but what are the attributes of a number 8? You need to have a good pass in you. You need to have a good ball control. You need to have a good vision, or you need to be an excellent attacker. Which one of these attributes does Mason Mount have?
Yes. Yeah.
I think none of them. So he has to play. He has to play further up the pitch, and that means in the number 10 position. But then comes the question: do you play Mason Mount or Joao Felix? I think the answer is quite
it's clear, right? It's clear. But I don't know what happened to his half turn, first touch turn that he used to have 2 years ago. But all that disappears for some reason.
But yeah, I think personally, So I started as a left winger. I had speed in my game. I used to dribble past people. All that was perfect. But once I played as a defensive midfielder, I found that my first touch, I needed to work on that. Why? Because my position was different. My how do you call it? My colleague on the field was different. My vision was different. So you have to control the ball in another way. You have to look at the pitch in another way. And I don't think that Mason Mount has those abilities. Even though I love him, I personally love Mason Mount because he reminds me of a Chelsea boy, as in someone who came from the academy, got to the first team, and has the ability to make it. I really want him to. Yeah, I really.
And he played in Holland too. He played for Vitesse. Remember him? He played in your country too. So I
man. I did some youth training for Vitesse also. So man, that was good.
All right.
That was good.
He did good over there, Mr. Williams, Mason Mount.
Yep, I agree. It's kind of, he doesn't have a position. I agree with what Prince said. He doesn't have the technical ability to boss the middle of the field. So it seems like that right wing spot where he fitted in under Tuchel and had, 10 goals, 10 assists last year or 2 years ago. He excelled in that role because it wasn't as demanding as the role that Enzo's taking up, or the role that Kovacic takes up, or the role that Gallagher takes up when he's in there. It's not the role for him. And I agree with what you said, the quick turn. What happened with that? The first thing I thought about Mount when he came onto the scene was he seems to know what he wants to do with the ball before he got it. And that was why he excelled, because the quick turn, the quick pass, the shot, how many of his goals came from snapshots that were just right from outside the box. But it seems like he doesn't have that anymore, or it's just he's lost the confidence with it.
Yeah, I agree. Mason Mount really, I don't know. He's I just don't want to sell him to the Premier League and then he come to hurt us.
I think that it's kind of a hard situation for him because he came up under Abramovic and he has this sort of salary expectation that he, I guess probably for 10 years saw. He's like, okay, I go from 50K to 100K a week, and then I get the good 200K a week, which was not that uncommon under Abramovich. But the way Bowley operates is we have all these players on less than 100K a week, and Mount's thinking that's a total reset in his mindset from, I was getting 200 next year to now he's only getting a 5, 10, 20% increase. It's a lot, but for his mentality, it's a change.
Yeah, but when you see like Kai Havertz getting like 270, Raheem Sterling more than 300, Koulibaly almost 300, I can also understand his demand. Like, hey, we do the same job, we won the same trophies, you know, I deserve the same money, but I still hope that we keep him somehow, and he can prove what he can do. Inside me, I don't want to get rid of him with Kai Havertz. I still believe that with the right coaching, the right position, right system, and the midfield now is we are getting the midfield a brand new kind of football. Enzo, Kante, and even Fofana, they're gonna get the ball instead of dropping to search for the ball themselves. I think our attackers pretty much are gonna start cooking. So, but it looks like many people already gave up on him, and also Kai Havertz. According to many people, they have to go. So
I have a question for you guys.
yes,
How do you think Nkunku will fit in, and what striker do you think would be good to partner with him?
Bobby.
Great question, man.
Bobby, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, these kind of questions, do you know what? We have so much to do. I don't even entertain them. I just don't think the issue arises. When we get to summer and when we know what kind of manager we have, then we can start to speculate that. You know, now it's just going to be energy. I think there's so many issues that we have under discussion. I mean, I'm not robbing you of your right to ask the question, by the way. I'm just responding with how I feel. You know, I just think there's so many issues that, you know, for me to start answering that, you know, there's dreaming and there's dreaming, if you know what I mean.
I agree.
About, you know,
I was trying to get over the sad moment we're in now, but I agree there's much more pressing issues. What do you think? I guess is what's the fix that we need now? What's the first thing we need to change?
It will evolve when he comes. The first thing we actually need to change at this moment, for me, is to lay down a plan to change the manager. Lay down a plan to change the manager. Whether they give him till the Dortmund return match to see if he can salvage something, that's how I'm thinking now. If he fails against Dortmund, he has got to go immediately. If he manages to get past Dortmund, he's bought himself some time. His situation now reminds me of the time we had Ranieri, when Mourinho was lurking in the background and Abramovic was just marking time for him till the end of the season. That's how I feel Potter should be. You know, this sort of, I'm not saying it literally, but this kind of dead man walking sort of thing. Because unless he really does something, like wins the Champions League, he won't last beyond June, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree what you're saying, Bobby. And Mr. Harrison said that on YouTube here, said that Pora need to go. God of Frogs said that it's too soon to let the owners go, because somebody previously said that Pora and also the owners need to leave. But you have to be realistic, my friend. They just invested like almost 4 billion on the club. There is no way you can get them out right now. You're gonna waste your time for no reason. Let's just correct our issues at the moment, but I don't think they are going anywhere at the moment. Mr. Eugene said that I prefer false 9 in modern football more than classic striker, and I think there is no better player now for us than Nkunku to play false 9. Well, but if you bring somebody like Osimhen, my friend, your mind might change, because he's gonna start banging goal just like Didier Drogba or something. Now we go to Prince. The question was asked by Mr. Williams. So do you have anything to say about that?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. What was the question?
Like what we're supposed to do, like now, what need to be fixed, like. And he asked about who should partner somebody like Nkunku coming to the team. Basically, our striking options next season.
Yeah, that second part I did hear. The answer from Bobby I can also understand because the choice of a striker depends on your manager.
Yeah,
it depends on how he wants to play. Does he wants to play without a striker, with a striker, off the striker, a striker that goes deep, long? I don't know. So it depends on the manager. But what do we need to do right now to fix this problem? I think, first of all, for me personally, I need to let my feelings towards the players, I need to put that on the side. Why? Because it clouds my judgment. For example, Mason Mount. It clouded my judgment. Why? Because I love the player. We need to set a certain level. It doesn't matter where you're from, what your nationality is, whether you are from the youth academy or you came from, I don't know, Madagascar, name me some country. We have to set a certain standard for the defense, midfielders, attackers. Be clear in what you want. Your midfielders need to have good ball retention, good passing. Okay, if you have midfielders that don't have that, don't be too shy to let them go. Just be ruthless. Why? Because that set a certain standard, and everybody will live up to that standard. If you don't do that, if you just give everybody a chance, and you're not as good as a passer, but we'll work on it. We'll work on it, no problem. Yeah, that we can do that at a lower club, not Chelsea Football Club, my man. It's way too big of a club. That's the whole problem. If I look at myself, I clouded my judgment for many players. Why? Because I love the youth academy. I love Chelsea. I want them all to do well. And the problem is not all with the youth academy players. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it seems like the level have dropped. We don't expect much from our players. I don't expect from Ruben Loftus-Cheek to play an excellent pass. Why? Because I just accept that he's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But that's not good enough. That's not good enough for a club.
I completely understand what you're trying to say. People, if you can help us get 100 likes, I will appreciate that. Your brother been here for almost 2 hours. If you're gonna give me 1 second, push that like button. It doesn't hurt anybody. It's gonna take you 1 second. That way YouTube can promote me a little bit. The more you like, the more people will join the channel. Much appreciated. And let's go. I think Bobby already chose Hansi Flick among the names that have been thrown out there. So, Mr. Prince, I think you might speak French and you know Zidane better. Do you think that it's gonna be a good match for Chelsea Football Club? Because in the chat here, more people are voting for Zidane to come to Chelsea. What do you think about Zinedine Zidane?
I love Zidane. I love Zidane, man. I really do. But the situation that we created at Chelsea, I don't think that it's perfect for a manager like Zidane. I really don't. We have too many of those young players. I mean, Zidane is someone, if you have a bunch of quality players but doesn't work well together, he can make a team out of it and make them work well together. And I feel like simply because I haven't seen Zidane actually doing something like this, developing young players and bring them all in, I simply haven't seen that with my own eyes. So I don't know. I really don't know. I love the man as a player and even as a coach, but the situation at Chelsea is very difficult, man. And if I could name another manager, to be honest,
go.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Really, I don't know.
People are suggesting Pochettino. Pochettino or Enrique, Luis Enrique.
My brother, for me personally, simply because I live in Holland, Erik ten Hag would have been perfect because I saw with my own eyes what he is capable of. But hey, we missed that boat.
Yeah, so, he's good. He's good. That
that brother is
Yeah,
brother
he's
was
good. Look how
he was a
transformed
nuisance here,
Manchester
man.
United in a very short period of time.
I support PSV Eindhoven, so I was very, very happy when he left Holland, man. I was like, yeah, man,
Because
get that guy out of here.
he doesn't have to
body out
punish
of
you
here.
anymore.
Yeah, man, get the body out of here. Get the body out of here. But Chelsea robbed us of Noni Madueke, so yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, Mr. Slam, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Let's go.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you.
Thank you for being here.
Yes. The thing is, I just wanted to ask a question, though.
Yes, sir.
And my question is, can we loan Potter out?
Loan him? Okay.
Yeah, like, even if we just loan him to Brazil, Palmeiras, something.
Palmeiras,
we should just loan him out, because this is too much for Chelsea. You know, football is a very, very beautiful thing, and banter is also like what makes football, very, very interesting, and is a joy to watch.
Yeah.
And I was watching like AFTV and some other channels, like the opposition channels, and before the game we had against Southampton, most of them predicted Chelsea win. And they were predicting like at least Chelsea should be able to win like 3-0.
That's what I said too. If we don't score 3, it was going to be not a good win for me. I was hyping everybody here, telling people we're gonna smash them, making theories and narrative. Look at me. I woke up 3 o'clock in the freaking morning in Kentucky, brother. You don't realize how early I have to wake up here to prepare the show and put on the show like 5 hours online, try to support my team. And what they gave to me, 1-0 down against the bottom of the table. Good.
Yeah. I mean, like for the opposition fans to be predicting Chelsea that we should be able to just go there and win 3-0. If Chelsea was in a good form, everybody won't want that, even the opposition fans. But for them to be even like, there's no banter anymore. They are just, even the opposition fans are desperate for Chelsea to just make a win. Like, just at least. They are so desperate for us. And after the game, I had to go watch them. And most of them were even like, they feel embarrassed. Like, for the opposition fans, for Man United and Arsenal fans to be saying they feel embarrassed for Chelsea, like they can't even take it. Like, they were just so, so emotional for Chelsea. And I feel like that's the worst of it. For the opposition fans, when we watch like the opposition fans lose a game, we are always like kind of happy, we always like,
banter. That's what football, man.
Yeah, the banter is there. But there is no even banter anymore. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, when your opposition is feeling sorry for you, that is getting really very, very, very worse. That
is what.
Let's move very quickly. Bobby, what do you think of Noni Madueke? And I think Prince is going to tell us more because he's from Holland and he knows the guy. For the few times that he's been on the pitch so far, what is your lecture?
First of all, I want to answer the question about the shortlist for the managers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zidane will be a risk. It's too much of a risk. We don't know what he'll be like in building a team full of youngsters. Of the shortlist, I favor Hansi Flick tremendously. But in that, I don't say no to a return for Thomas Tuchel. And I don't think it's a bad idea to start looking at someone like Brendan Rodgers, who does know how to coach youngsters. He came through coaching a very successful Chelsea academy team, and he's won things, albeit in Scotland with Celtic and the FA Cup with Leicester. He knows Chelsea. He has a Chelsea background, and he'll be very highly motivated. So I'm looking at people like that, and maybe not him in particular, but that sort of pedigree. Enrique, I can't say I'm really versed with him. I'm not convinced. I think someone that manages Chelsea has to show more strength. I could be wrong. I don't want to misjudge Enrique, but we need a sort of stronger type of character. So I don't know. But what we definitely need is a change. Now, coming to Noni Madueke, look, this guy's how old? 20, 21?
Yeah,
just like
between
Modric.
that, yeah.
You know, just like Modric, they need to be eased in, not thrown in. You look at Real Madrid, when they get these youngsters, they ease them in because they've
Vinicius
got people there
and
already.
Rodri, yeah.
You know, and also
Camavinga and Tchouaméni.
You know, Tchouaméni, they're giving them time to come in. What we have done is we've thrown them in, and we're expecting them to perform like seasoned professionals. Even Enzo, at his age, needs a little bit of time. That's why I keep hollering for somebody to play alongside him. And, you know, people keep calling Ruben Loftus-Cheek. You know, he's an important squad player. He knows the club. It's good to maintain these sort of players. But Noni has great potential. He's going to be good. But I think it is incredibly unfair to be just throwing him into the side and expecting him to give you a 9 out of 10 every single game. It's not going to happen with a young player like that. They need time as well. They might need a full season to get into consistency. Crikey, if we're giving the manager time, so much more these guys. The problem is the players around them. Who can come and fill in? Your likes of your Ziyech's of this world, your Sterlings, and these are the people that should be setting the pace for these guys to come in. And what I find incredibly disturbing is this injury rate. You know, this is something really, really wrong with the level of injuries that we have coming back, either getting more injured. I know something like Kepa you can't do anything about particularly. And I think Chilwell got an injury in the end, didn't he? Something like that.
Yeah,
I haven't watched the game.
Sad.
So, you know, that we need to be careful with. But Madueke, you know, he's fine. I don't even know why he's up for any kind of judgment whatsoever at his age. It's a big ask. Big ask.
I see. Okay, so Mr. Prince, we're gonna ask you because I think you watched him live and all that. But somebody is suggesting that Emma Hay from the ladies team.
Please let's have a serious conversation.
I'm just reading comments. I'm just reading comments, so I have to make everybody feel like part of the show. So Mr. Zimmerman is suggesting that we should go for Emma Hay to take charge while we are looking for somebody else. I mean, she looks very tough, talking to the girls and like setting standard. I've seen some of her videos background, but managing a men team, big dude is very different.
If there's one thing I never do in life is get myself embroiled in this modern rubbish, this fantasy thing. You know, call things as they are. You know, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. You've got two totally different demographics there. She's great in women's football. That's fantastic. But don't start trying to blur the lines with this garbage, please. We want to be serious here. I mean, these people, you know, some of these people, they're so confused nowadays that people are just coming out with nonsense and living in cloud cuckoo land of delusion. Please, I mean, crikey, I won't even entertain that conversation. It's madness. It's like telling me to go and coach Chelsea Football Club. You may as well. I'm tough. Okay.
But you're a man, though. You're a man. You can at least give them some mentality there. Prince, talk to us about Noni Madueke. What kind of player we are getting there? Because what I saw him yesterday, if I have to call it critics, it's not really a critic, but he just looked down a lot, like he doesn't scan who is around. Because there were certain situations where he could have passed the ball, but his mind was already set to shooting, that he can't see what is happening, you know, who is in the better position. What do you think of him?
Yeah, that's an... I can understand what you mean because he's a right winger from the Eredivisie. There you have way more time to control the ball, look up, dribble past someone, and pick another pass, etc., etc. So in the Premier League, it will look very, very clumsy, whatever he is doing, because it looks like he's simply a street footballer who just gets a ball, get past people, doesn't look around, this, that, and the other. But that's simply because the Premier League is of a very, 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 very high level. So every little detail will pop up. But personally, but personally for me, I prefer Noni Madueke to Cody Gakpo. Cody was our captain. He used to score a lot of goals, but Cody was very one-dimensional. Noni used to attract all the attention. People were always focused on him. So Cody became free. He has the pace, he has the power, and he has the ability to score. But he hasn't the ability to attract attention. So from Noni, what do I expect from a right winger? That he's capable to attract attention, so that the midfielders can have a little bit more space.
I got you.
And with the time, yes, he will become better with his vision and picking pass and etc. etc. That's not, for me, that's not really the problem here. The problem for me is the whole structure of the team. That I feel like we lack some balance. We lack some balance in the most important part of the field, and that's the midfield. Once the team is very well balanced, each and every quality of some players will excel. Everybody will see it with their own eyes. Look, for example, at Marcus Rashford. Oh my God, the player right now.
Look at him now. Yeah.
Why? Because United is well balanced now. He doesn't have to focus on tracking back and defending this, that, and the other. No, his focus is just scoring goals. That's it. That's your job.
And look at Casemiro. Casemiro brought a lot of stability in the midfield.
Thank you. So for me, it's all about balance, man. For example, Koulibaly, I like the brother. I like the brother from Napoli, but let's from my point of view, let's be honest, man. When was the last time that he actually played well for Chelsea? When was the last time that Trev Chalobah played well? So why is Trev not playing? Why are we setting the standard that low? I simply don't understand it. If someone is playing well, he gotta stay in that position. Not just chop and change for the sake of chopping and changing. No, why? What are we doing?
I completely understand you. Mr. Salam, if you wanna talk about Madueke or our wingers, you can even add Mr. Mikhailo Modric. Do you have any hope for them? And then we're gonna move to the next game to see what we can do, because Spurs away, my friend, and then it's gonna be I don't know. After that, it's gonna be Dortmund or something. I don't wanna even check because I've been hyped. You know, one video I made, I went to the website and check on our fixture for January and February. I'm like, we're gonna win this. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win this. Arrogant me say that we might win every game here. Look at us. We can't even win a freaking game against Southampton. So I've been deluded, man. Deluded. So what do you think about our wingers? Mr. Salam.
Concerning that, I won't call you deluded. I'll just feel you're just being optimistic about your club. And so as I, and that's how we fans should be. But as of the stage I am right now, I just don't want to expect anything. Whatever happens, concerning the results right now, because I don't feel like the owners are going to do anything drastic concerning the situation about the coach and what the performers. They might try to go to the dressing room and speak to the players, but about the coach, I feel they'll just want to do some slight changes like internally. And because if they didn't sack Tuchel and this guy started the season with us, and it has gotten to this stage, they might sack him. But because they just sacked Tuchel after spending 300 million, 2 months later, the same result is coming out. And if they should sack Potter, it's going to make them feel stupid in a way. Everybody will call them like, okay, because it's a lose-lose situation for them right now, for the owners. I don't know what they want to do, because any decision they take is a lose-lose for them. Because if they should sack Potter, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, why did you sack Tuchel in the first place? And if they should leave him and the results keep going like this, it's the same thing for them. But concerning the wingers, Noni.
Sorry to cut in. Can I just say one thing to who's it? Is that Simon?
No, Salam.
Salam. The thing that's happening here is that, look, any change they're making now, there has to be with the hands up, we made a mistake. It's not about a lose-lose situation. They just have to own it. They made a mistake and they're trying to rectify it. That's what fans are looking for. And in that sense, if they do that, it's more of a win situation. You can't keep perpetuating a mistake and pretending it's not there. That's where the delusion comes in, pride comes in, and foolishness comes in. Sometimes you have to say, whoa, okay, I messed up. Right, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm taking this path. And I think they'll have more respect than, okay, there will be people criticizing, especially the media that hate Chelsea. They'll find that as a weapon to throw at them. But I would respect them for it and know that, look, it complements all the efforts they've been making so far to establish this club on a higher footing. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you said, because I feel like at the end of the day, they just have to make the right decision. And with the right decision right now is what I think, and what it looks like is we just need someone else to bring another character into that dressing room and let the players know what's going on. So for them to take this, Potter shouldn't have stayed this long. Concerning the results we've been having for the past 15 games, it shouldn't have stayed this long. So the only thing that is making those owners stay back is because, okay, of the situation is either for them, they want to make the right decision, but it's just so hard for them. And I just feel they should just accept their mistake, that, okay, we've made a mistake.
To be humble and
be
fix
humble.
it instead of continue because of the pride. Okay, let me just read something here. We are going slowly and surely to conclude this show so I can let people go. Some people need to go to work, take care of families and stuff. Thank you guys for helping, because otherwise I was going to go earlier than this. So thank you, Prince. Thank you, Bobby. And thank you, Salam. So let me remind you, in the last few games, against Nottingham Forest, 1-1. Against Manchester City, we lost 1-0 in the, was Carabao Cup or Premier, I don't know. And then we lost again 4-0 against Manchester City away. And then we got beaten by Fulham 2-1. And then Chelsea somehow won against Crystal Palace 1-0. And then 0-0 between Chelsea Football Club and Liverpool away. And then 0-0 between Chelsea and Fulham at home at Stamford Bridge. 1-1 between West Ham United and Chelsea Football Club. 1-0 loss to BVB, which is Borussia Dortmund. And then we lost the last game at home against the bottom of the table, Southampton. This is poor form. If you go to the last 15 games, Chelsea only won 2 games. That is very poor. And even me, somebody who's been supporting the project and Potter, I have hard time because I have nothing in hand right now to fight for the guy. So, and club statement is trending. People are waiting and expecting for people to put club statement with that blue and Chelsea logo to say Chelsea have sacked or something. That is trending now. Everybody want to see it, but it looks like it's not going to happen, guys. We have to wait. So people, before I leave, if you can help me get 100 likes, I will appreciate that. It doesn't cost you anything. It's going to take you 1 second only to give me 1 like. I've been here for 2 hours. If you can give me 1 second of your life, I will appreciate that. Let's go around one by one. Mr. Salami, and you're going to say goodbye at the same time. What do you think our starting 11 should be against Tottenham Hotspurs this weekend? Oh, today's Sunday, next week. Your starting 11 or whatever you want to comment about that game. What change would you like to see? Victor, you have to wait there. I'm going to give you 5 minutes at the end because I was closing the show already. I'm going to go around, finish with everybody, and come back to you so you can talk, and we're going to conclude with you. So thank you for waiting. Yes, Mr. Salam.
The change
you want to see against Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah, what I just want to say is just play people in the right position, bring out because for this previous game for Southampton, you rested a lot of players because of, I don't know, maybe it's because of Tottenham or the Champions League or whatever. Just put in your best 11 and let's see how it goes. Like, I would love to continue with Fofana.
Datro Fofana,
Yeah, Datro Fofana at the front. And, just give him that confidence because I feel like bringing him off at that half time is going to send the message to him, like to the player, like, okay, we don't need you or something like that. But if you should give him that confidence and, I feel he's going to boost his morale and you might see an improvement. And apart from that, also for the wings, Modric and Madueke, the midfield, I will go for Enzo or Zakaria,
Yeah, Enzo Zakaria is a very good shout. Yeah. Kovacic was very poor yesterday.
Yeah, either them.
I'm not gonna lie. He was poor, really.
Yeah, and the wings back with James, Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Badiashile, or Fofana. Badiashile or Fofana, because I felt like the game Fofana had in those few minutes he came on, it was okay. And Kepa Arrizabalaga. So, but for the score prediction, man, that is what I don't know because I don't want to put myself in a position that I'll get disappointed. So I'll just go. But what I will be more happy is if I could just see like an improvement and hopefully we win the game. That's just it. But I don't want to.
We become, back in the day when you see Drogba, you see John Obi Mikel, you see John Terry, just from the tunnel, we're gonna smash them.
Yes,
you're coming with confidence. So, now it's like, I don't know, maybe
I don't know
not.
whatever happens because you can't just predict. You just can't predict. Nobody can predict it.
Okay,
Southampton was the least that we can predict something. Yeah. But when you are facing Tottenham with Harry Kane and Son, and you just can't predict. It's either you predict we lose or we just predict we have a good game because there's no style of play or whatever. So
I agree with you, my brother.
I'm just being optimistic for the game. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, my brother. Get some rest
so much
and
for the
put your notification on and come back next time. Let's go, Mr. Prince. Are we gonna beat Spurs? Are we gonna destroy them at Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium?
Let's go, man. Of course, we will beat Spurs, man. I'm very, very confident. And for me, look, just try to go back to basic. And basic means for us the most recent game that we actually played decent. What game was that? I think the 1-1 versus West Ham. So I look at that formation and the game before that. So I look at that formation. Reece, right back, of course. Thiago, Badia, Chile, on the left-hand side. In midfield, I agree with Zakaria. We should put him in there because for me, it's all about balance. You need to have either one of, or you should be a great passer or you should be a great tackler. Choose one. But we need both.
Zakaria is a very good shout with Enzo.
Yeah. And let's hope and pray that Conte come back even sooner. But for the moment, I will choose Zakaria. At the right-hand side, I would say, it's difficult, man. Ziyech or Noni. Ziyech has a great pass, but he's not consistent. And Noni is developing at the moment. So let's play Ziyech. Datro as a striker, for sure. Joao at 10. And Mihailo at left wing. Simple.
Okay, so what is your score prediction?
My brother.
You don't wanna get there, right? Okay.
My brother. I'm all blue, man. I'm all blue. I bleed blue, man. I bleed blue. So for me, I will never say that Chelsea will lose. Never. I don't care who we play against. Never. I will never say that. So for me, look, we play at home or at the shit stadium?
Away.
I will bet them. I think 2-1.
2-1 Chelsea at Tottenham Hotspur's new shiny stadium. All right, my brother Prince, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take some rest, my brother. Put your notification on and come back next time, okay?
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless, man. God bless. It was a very good conversation to have somebody from Holland, from the motherland. Okay, Bobby Smokey. And then, sorry, Mr. Victor, I'm coming to you. I'm going to give you all the time you need at the end so you can say what you want. But let me just, conclude with Bobby so he can go back and take care of the family. Bobby, let's go.
Ogs, in my opinion, this is a crisis situation.
Yes.
The previous speaker was talking about going back to basics. Well, we have no basics. My lineup I don't think Kepa will be fit, so we better play Bertinelli and see what he can do as we come up to the Champions League game. The centre backs, Thiago's back, so he will need a warm up for the Champions League. Perhaps alongside Wesley, or I would play Badiashile since he can't play in the Champions League. Left back. I don't know what's happening with Chile, so that might be an opportunity for Cucurella. And right back, I will play Reece because they would have a week to recuperate, and he should be at least playing some of the games, some of that match. Maybe later on, take him off for Aspi to try and avoid him playing a full 90.
Aspi is actually injured, though. Aspi is in the hospital. He's still in the hospital. Did you see how he got knocked?
It was Aspi that was injured. So then I would say take him off for then even try Chalobah. I don't know why people are all up in arms about Chalobah. He can do a job on the right, especially coming on. And the midfield, Enzo with Zakaria. Hopefully that will work better. Up front, I will still use Madueke on the right. He needs the games and he can't play in Champions League. And I would at least start Madueke. He needs the games. And though he can play Champions League, I just think he needs to get used to things. My attacker will be Fofana. I'm disgusted in the way he was removed. The reason why these kids are taking the ball and dribbling all the time is because they don't rehearse any passage of play. I don't know what they do on the training ground, but they don't rehearse anything. They don't rehearse movement. That's why I'm so keen on Hansi Flick, because he gets his players knowing who to pass to, when to pass, how to pass. So they have a rehearsed mechanism of approach. At the moment, we don't. So these kids are confused and they want to progress play. And the only way they can think of is by using their natural ability to do that. That's down to the coach. And if he doesn't start Fofana, then I will feel he has an agenda. I think he's looking at those players he likes and those players he doesn't like, or that don't fit what he wants to see happen, regardless of what is best to happen. I don't feel confident in any games now. He hasn't given us a reason to feel confident. Graham Potter has to win the trust of the fan base.
Yep.
And the only way to do that is to start winning games.
Yeah, simple. Thank you so much, my brother Bobby. I will see you next time when you have time, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Peace and love to the family. Okay, Victor, you have the floor is yours. Let's go.
Hi, Oz. I'm not going to take longer than I'll actually take less than 5 minutes. I wanted to chip in because everybody's talking about I heard folks talking about the fact that these owners are not necessarily going to do it because of pride. I think there's another factor. I think they gave him that contract. I am not sure. I am not. I wasn't there, so I cannot confirm it. But you can imagine that they did what they did, even though he came with such a level of inexperience vis-a-vis managing a team like Chelsea. That if we give him this kind of contract, then it will actually tie our hands when it comes to for us to do an arbitrary a firing of him. Because if you give this kind of manager 60 million buyout clause, that is, if you fire him within a year, right? Then it makes it harder. Right now, I'm sure they are looking at the amount of money involved. If there was no clause we are not necessarily aware of, okay, they might have put a clause in there that is in between the two parties. But if it is just what it is, as to the outside world that they have put in there, 12 million pounds a year, and if we let you go times 5 is 60 million. Plus all of the entourage that he brought with him. I'm sure they all have sub clauses in there. And then the fact that we also had to pay off Brighton to release him, which means just the managerial position alone within a year is going to cost us almost 100 million pounds, if not more. That is an astronomical amount of money. So I feel like they may have tied their own hands just to make it also harder for them, harder for them to fire him at will. Unlike Abramovic, who would have maybe given him a lesser amount of contract money.
Yeah, we were giving 3 years. You can get one in option or something like that.
Exactly. And then you after one, you could say, okay, let me swallow the other two. But the kind of contrast they are giving to people right now is making it impossible for them to back away when things don't go well. And I think that the prime example is with this manager. So we are stuck with this kind of, when they were buying, Enzo and giving him 8 years, we're all excited. They are going through all these loopholes. They may have done the biggest one with the coach, and now we stuck with it. And examples might follow later where the players may not necessarily be successful and we may want to get rid of them, but we stuck with them for 7 to 8 years. So there are set, aspects of this, side effects of these long-term things, especially when you are willing to throw money at things that you do not anticipate on the front end. And that's all I want to ask. I think that I wanted to add to the commentary today before you leave. And I think that against Spurs, Chelsea is a very schizophrenic team, like in a sense that when we don't expect to win, we win. Not necessarily under Potter. When we expect to win, we lose. And it's a weird phenomenon in this club. And that is why we are able to come from nowhere to win Champions Leagues. But under Potter, you never know, because his selection, his decision making is so weird for a top manager that you cannot even predict anything. I won't predict much. I think I will join you prior to that game. Or before that game and because that game is still a week away or so. So I will join you sometime live when you come back for us to maybe discuss in detail the Spurs game. Okay, so good. Big up everybody. Please sign in here. Not sign in here.
Subscribe,
what
like.
Is the word? Subscribe, like, and support our brother. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Mr. Victor, for helping. Everybody on your way out, please help me get more likes. Let's get 100 likes, my brothers and sisters. It doesn't cost you anything. It's going to take you just 1 second. You click that like button and then you are cool. Thank you so much. Frank Leboeuf, who is a legendary Chelsea player, World Cup winner with France 1998. He says here, Mr. Porter, enough is enough now. Something needs to be changed. That is not the club, I know. You are so far away from being a champions of Europe. I'm very upset. With that, I see. I think it's really disrespectful. I've never seen Chelsea so low. So this is some quote here from one of Chelsea legend, Mr. Frank Leboeuf, World Cup winner. He been supporting Porter just like me. But now I think he already said, no. I've seen enough. This guy need to go. I'm not in that level yet, but getting closer. I don't suck people anyway, so I'm not gonna come. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. What is happening is, this is not my Chelsea, okay? I understand the building process, but man, in Chelsea, you build and also you win, okay? It's gonna give us more confidence. It's gonna help us trust you. So, John Obi Mikel interview, people need to watch it because he said so many things. Some of the quote here from the Lord Mikel himself. I think I should name one of my channels like Lord Mikel or something, because he's my guy, he's my boy, John Obi Mikel. This is the kind of midfielder that I like to see. Energy, power, not necessarily technical abilities, but I want to see fight. I want people who can really fight, go for it. Dogs on the pitch. So he says here, once Roman Abramovich flies into the training ground, because he used to fly his helicopter to the training ground. The training ground, I can't even speak, at Cobham. You know something is wrong. Everybody is like, what the boss is doing here. And he's going to just talk. He doesn't talk a lot, right? He's going to just say few words. The next game, you see us destroying teams like 6-0 or something like that. So Todd Boehly been in training for the last few weeks, but we don't see any impact from that. I don't know. I don't want to start a conspiracy theory here, but you see. So John Obi Mikel here says, once Roman Abramovich flies into the training ground with his helicopter, we know the manager is gone. When he flies there, we know the manager is gone. So you gotta be careful. Oh my goodness. When Mr. Roman flies there, you know, oh man, that is over. It's over. It's just a warning, and next morning you will just hear something from Chelsea website that the manager been sacked, and then somebody is gonna continue with the team for the rest of the season. Yeah. What else here do we have to? Yeah, sack Porter is trending on social, so I don't think he's gonna get sacked, but I wanted just to read here with you. Let me check if there is any breaking news here before I leave. Yeah, I don't want to get to interviews here. I'm gonna take too much time. Nothing really, so nothing updated, nothing. On the Chelsea official website, there is no... Oh, here we are. Cesar Azpilicueta news from the hospital. So he says, hi everyone. He says, hey everyone. Thank you for all your love and messages of support. My family and I would like to thank everyone who has been looking after me since yesterday's incident. All right, nice to see the captain is good and he's smiling. I didn't really want to see him play that game. In my preview, I said play Reece James, or if Reece James is not there, play Chalobah. Yeah. So yesterday Chelsea made 6 changes. 6 change. Since new players on the pitch because of the what is called again? The concussion protocol. So if you got a player that get a head injury and he needs to go out, you are allowed to make a change, even if you don't have anybody left on your changes list. All right, so Fofana here sent a message this morning, say, thank you for your constant support. We must stick together. We will succeed. Mr. Wesley Fofana. All right, so we don't have any breaking news here. I'm going to have to leave, my friend. This is my page on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Yeah, I'm on TikTok now for a couple of weeks already. So you can go there, follow me, and we're going to follow each other, and you're going to watch some cool videos over there. I try to be funny to make your day because it's too much going on in the Chelsea community. People are angry. So you have to give them something to release the pressure, you know. So go check on the Green Turf on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I always follow people back. No ego, no nothing. So if you can go there and follow me, I will appreciate that. So few more comments from YouTube here before I go. Let me read this one from Mr. Philip. Philip said that Porter should be sacked. All right. Eugene said that I wouldn't be surprised if our owner decided to sell Reece James also. Reece James? Why? Why would he sell Reece James? That is a tough one. Reece James, what I know is that next season when Malo Gusto comes to Chelsea, probably he's not going to have the same influence anymore. And people are going to turn against him. Every time he has a poor game, he's going to be put in the same bag as the academy and the English players. People have been praising him just because nobody really can compete him from that position. But if you have somebody like Malo Gusto to compete with Reece James, people are not going to respect him the same way, you know. Even last season, I saw people making some kind of edit calling him fat every time like he had a 50-50 game. Because those academy product and English players, we treat them differently. So Reece James is going to be brought to the same package. The only way he can be good is to perform 100%. He can't miss any game. Otherwise, you know how online works. They're going to start making some crazy edit online and insult him and calling him names. Okay. John Terry, another option if we sack Porter. I don't know about that. Mr. Bobby Fairview. Bobby Fairview said that the money spent and decisions are made. We do not have to be victim of Bowley's ego. Okay. Eugene said that 2 out of 15 you can't have with worst team in the league. 2 out of you're talking about games. 2 wins out of 15 games play, and we lost against the bottom of the league. That is embarrassing, right? That is even beyond embarrassing. Mr. Chidi said that sack Porter, please. Okay, we're gonna try to send the message to Bowley. Bobby said that which owner of an Attica club is hanging around in the training ground? Novice. Oh, I kind of get what you're trying to say here. Probably many people won't get the analogy you're trying to make, but I got it. People, let's get to 100 likes, man. Only 10 likes. Let's go. I am leaving in 2 minutes, okay? Let's do it, man. It doesn't cost you anything. It's gonna take you 1 second. Your brother been here for more than 2 hours. So if you can give me 1 second of your life, just click that button. It's gonna take you 1 second to do it. Let's get it. Let's get to 100 likes. I'm reading some few comments here before I leave, because I always feel bad when I don't read people's comments, but I can't really focus on comment only, otherwise I'm not gonna say anything. Mr. I can't even pronounce. How do you pronounce this name? You know who you are. You say that we are so used to winning and success at Chelsea that maybe just like fasting is good and healthy. Okay. When if we have a bad spell at Chelsea is not bad. I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, we are so used to winning and winning immediately that any kind of little issue is a big issue for us, but probably what we needed to build the team, or to build, also fans need to understand that we are not entitled to anything, because football is football. Okay, you can lose and you can win. I know what you're trying to say. I said it once and I will say it again twice. Every fish stinks from the head. Okay. So you mean that Bowley is the head, or the head of Chelsea, or the head of the team, you know? Head coach or head of Chelsea? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, people, 10 more likes before I leave. I'm looking for 10 likes for me to get to 100 before I leave, man. It was shocking that that guy didn't even get a red card. Or the guy that the incident between Southampton player and Cesar Azpilicueta. That's what you're talking about. Mr. God of Frogs said that he swears that officials have a vendetta against Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, many people got agendas against Chelsea. That is true. All right, people. So I am leaving now. Thank you for your comment and support. I can't just dwell here, otherwise I'm not gonna do anything else. It was a great show. I wanted to get to 100 likes, but it looks like some people don't want to give me that amount. But thank you anyways for stopping by. I will see you probably tomorrow or another day. I don't know when, because it depends on my schedule and my home. So everything needs to be planned before I actually schedule a stream. But yeah, definitely I will be back. If you see flash news, somebody gets sacked or something, I will come back. But if it's not, and then I will see you tomorrow or another day. Just put your notification on and you'll be the first to know when I go live. Subscribe to the channel and all the good stuff. Okay. Moderator, where is your English dialect from? Blah 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 blah. I don't get your. I don't really get your question, but yeah, just take it the way it is. You're talking about my accent. My accent is French and some other languages, so that is, yeah, it's just that. Thank you, everybody. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.